How's it going, people? It is Liam Carson here, and we're reacting to another episode of Arcane as we get into episode 2. I thought the first episode was a really great introduction, especially to the characters, to the scenario that we're in, and left off on a very, very interesting note. So, yeah, I'm hoping to continue to enjoy the rest of this show because I was really, really impressed with the first one. So, yeah, why don't we get into this second episode of Arcane. Looking forward to checking it out. So with that said, let's go.
Hello? Is someone in there?
Oh, this is during the heist, isn't it?
Hey, open up!
I was gonna say, that sounds like Detective Douche. And we know what happens next. Oh! Did they turn into those crystals that, yeah,
Wait!
explosive crystals? Damn, he's gone through the Bifrost. So he lands, yeah.
Imprisonment. What a curious principle. We confine the physical body, yet the mind is still free. I do love a good conundrum. I remember the first time I saw you at the academy.
Hello?
You reminded me of myself, a scientist, ready to forge a new vector of experimentation. But speak nothing of magic. Do that, and I theorize you'll get away with, how do you say, a slap on the wrist.
But he's not gonna stop, though. This is a very, very interesting. It's interesting to have this hybrid of magic and science in one.
If she didn't keep fixing these things, I wouldn't keep missing.
Don't doubt her expertise.
You guys know I wouldn't take you on a job you couldn't handle.
Outside of business ain't my concern.
It's every one of you trenches concerned now. Give me a name.
Hey guys, you should see that.
Oh my god, he got bodied! Oh, okay. That'll work. There was no way out of this but to bolt.
Over here.
Oh, that's, what's Echo her name? They deal with the top side is really neatly, though.
The Bander I knew, the one who built the underground, wouldn't be afraid to fight.
He's not afraid. Are you really doubting this shit?
Do I look afraid?
No, you look weak.
Hey!
This is too kind.
I'm told it was built only for the sharpest of minds.
Wasn't that the child's toy? Oh,
nuts.
Don't you know I'm allergic? What are you trying to do? Kill an old man?
wow. Way to kiss his ass.
I was trying to create magic.
Yeah, he's like, you had one job.
Magic?
Just one.
Arcane talents are something you're born with. They can't be fabricated.
Actually, I believe it is possible.
Mother, I have a voice that matters deeply. My son isn't in his right mind. His entire life he's chased an impossible dream. What he did was foolish and
Inspiring for
unwise.
him.
But he has a good heart. Please.
World. Perhaps in this matter, a lesser sentence may suffice. I move that Jace be summarily expelled from the academy and remanded to the care of his parents. All those in favor?
He's just trying to give him the most lenient thing as possible. But is this gonna stop Jace, though?
Circles round Piltover's finest.
What about it?
Oh, don't look so concerned. I'm about to make your day.
Uh-oh. Great.
I could have convinced the council. If my own family won't help me, I'll find someone who will.
No, this is what I'm worried about. Oh no, Jace. You know, this is giving me dad vibes all over again.
Foolish boy.
Falling into the wrong hands in order to look for hope.
No, no, no. Magic is far too dangerous in the wrong hands.
This is gonna end well.
Doesn't come to those who are born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. No, it comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
Shit, no.
It's time to let the monster out.
No, you don't have to do. Oh, okay.
Don't you think we've pushed them hard enough?
Do whatever it takes. Turn the Undercity upside down if you have to. Just find them.
Put down. Thing is, though, the kids are basically carrying illegal goods. So, keeping a low head. Oy. Vanda's just like looking out for them. Best father figure.
Peacekeeper, were you?
Testing your luck.
You can't escape the past, right? It'd be a shame if I had to put them on again. Cast irons, well, it's hard to clean.
Love this tense atmosphere. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Go out the... Ah, no! Oh. Did he not hear that thump? No? Good.
You think you're standing up for something? But we all know there is a crime behind every coin that passes through this place.
No, I think that's discrimination, buddy, but you know.
You're just a small man in a little hole the world forgot to bury. And I'm gonna bury the lot of you.
You're just pissed because you lost.
You hurt him. They won't stop. We need to fight back. And if you won't, I will.
I've heard this kind of talk before.
How long can he keep a hold on her?
I know you want to hurt the Topsiders for what they've done to us. But who are you willing to lose? Milo? Clagger?
Can't lose any more
Powder.
innocence, really, can we? He's just trying to look out.
In war, Vi.
What are we gonna do?
Chase. Oh, he took his thing off. No, Chase.
Because I think you're onto something. I want to help you complete your research.
No one thinks it can be done.
When you're going to change the world, don't ask for permission.
I just have a slight suspicion about him.
I don't even know your name.
It's Victor.
Okay. I don't trust him.
where you been?
Rumor is the Lanes are gonna fight.
Vanda, stop! I'm just worried something bad's gonna happen to Vanda. Oh, Vi! Yeah. She's, had them call for... Yep. Okay. Okay, Vi. That's why she, yeah. Got her toy, that childhood toy that, she reflected on in the last episode. It's like a... I don't know. Just something that is a wake-up call for Vanda to really be like, oh no, she hasn't. But she wants... Yeah. If Vanda's not going to do anything, she's going to make the next step, because he's got his reasons for playing it safe, not just with what we saw in the flashbacks in the first episode, but also the kind of agreement. So yeah, but also this keeps everyone else, and that kind of adds layers, of course, to the talk that Vi had with Powder, because she's gonna do anything and everything to look out for everyone, and not have them be casualties, just like Vi's parents were. So, and she's gonna take that initiative. So, oh Vi, oh boy. So, I thought this was a great follow-up episode from the first episode. I really enjoyed getting an introductory to new characters, especially Jace and his story. It's quite riveting, and you do feel... the gist for me is that I do feel particularly sorry for him. But also, I really found it very interesting to learn, I guess, a bit more of the lore, especially with Piltover, and the added layer of why they're in pursuit of the kids, unknowingly, of course, but why they're in pursuit, especially with these crystals, which Jace fabricated, especially with his efforts of trying to create this hybrid of magic and science, and that being frowned upon, especially with how risky it is and how it could fall into the wrong hands, etc. And yeah, I do feel so bad for Jace, especially with the fact that he wasn't the one that blew up the building, and obviously if he returned safely, you never know though, things could have gone awry if he wasn't robbed. But obviously with the robbery that happened, buildings exploded, and Jace was the one that took the rap, really. So yeah, but not just that though. I could be basing off assumption when I say this, but I feel bad for him because I feel like Victor's going to manipulate him. And with the assumption that most of these characters that we're seeing are part of the League of Legends lore, I can assume that Victor is a part of that. And I'm not sure if he's on the protagonist or antagonist side of things. And obviously I don't want to know, because I want to go through this experience completely clean. But I do feel like he's going to manipulate him. There's just that side of me that's like, there's nothing good that ever comes out of someone being deprived of living up to his dreams, and then someone coming in being like, well, I can help you with that. I don't know. Victor just gives me a bit of a he gives me a bit of a bad gut feeling. So we're going to be watching out for Victor. But it was really great learning more about Piltover, learning more of the tension between the Underground and Piltover, especially with Vi deciding to turn herself in after that little talk with Vanda, who is trying to do his best, especially with the deal he made with Grayson. But he's trying to do his best, but it's just reaching boiling point, and it didn't help that smug piece of shit of a topsider who really decided to poke the bear. Yeah, it didn't help that he made his mouth go and kind of unsettled a few people. So yeah, so things are escalating quite a bit, but it is making out for a very interesting story. Even the antagonist side of things, who I guess mutated, from what I can assume, Deckard, I think his name was. Yeah, that's setting up some interesting things. We haven't had much on the villainous side of things with those scientists, but obviously with Deckard going through a bit of a transformation, that's going to be very interesting to follow up next episode, potentially. So, yeah, but their experimentations... Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what next episode has in store, how Vi handles things now that those enforcers have decided to come for her after she basically said, come and get me. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where things go. But it was a really great episode. I did love exploring a lot about Jace, though. We had that little flashback with him being inspired by magic, and there was, of course, that discussion in regards to how inspiring we got further, crumbs about how inspiring magic was in regards to his mother, and how he was just trying to create a better future for a future for Piltover, I guess. Obviously, the council was a bit, hesitant with that, especially with the idea that it is a very, very dangerous element, especially if because I can understand why something that is not natural and something that is so, I guess, intense like magic can be of concern if you're trying to fabricate it, because it is if it comes very naturally, and Piltover wants to try and stray away from the arcane. You do have those worries that someone trying to fabricate magic, it can go a bit awry. So, yeah, but like I said, I feel so bad for Jace because of the fact that it wasn't even him who exploded the building. But with his inventions, with those crystals, it had so much of that energy, of course. And yeah, so... that obviously that was branded illegal goods, so Jace had to take the fall, even if he didn't cause the explosions. He harbored illegal goods, so but he was just trying his best. He seems just from my like viewpoint of Jace, he's only just trying to do the best thing he can for Piltover. He's trying to be inspiring. He's trying to give them this better future. And now he's potentially there is this worry that his experimentations, it could fall into the wrong hands. And that's my worry with Victor, that his ambitions and whatnot is going to fall into the wrong hands. And it's just it is just so funny, because Kevin, who plays Dan in Lucifer, it's kind of like a case of deja vu. There are certain situations where Dan tries to prove, Dan tries his best and tries to do decent things, etc., and all that jazz, but he just keeps forking up. So yeah, it's a case of deja vu for me with Jace. So yeah, but I did really like that. I think his Patreon, she did kind of save him. Oh no, I think that was his mother, I think it was. But he was saved, even if he was banished from the academy. There is that. It's just so sad, because there is that aspiration to try and do good, and we saw how influential magic was for him in the flashback, and with him being stripped of that, it's kind of like his life is meaningless. We saw him about to kill himself because of the fact that he was stripped from something that is so important to him. So Yeah, I did find Jace's story. I'm really glad that they fleshed things out for him in this episode, because I felt like we got a good amount of focus with him, and we still got a good amount of focus on the kids as well. But I felt like Jace's story was fleshed out a bit more, and it was really, really good to get an idea. Well, not just an idea on who he is and what he is doing, and how he was very, very pivotal in terms of Vi and Co.'s robbery of his place, but also how it introduces new characters into the fold. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to follow his story, because Victor's up to no good. But yeah, I really love that opportunistic character that Jace has, and how he just tries his best. But the council was not too impressed, and he was just trying to prove himself. And you even had what was his name? Hyman Dinger, I think his name was. I thought he was a very interesting character. He was trying to look out for him and say, do this and you might get a slap on the wrist. So he was trying to look out for him. And, Jace, you could say he didn't really take that into practice, because he is so dedicated. You even saw Heimerdinger just be like, you had one job, basically. And thankfully it was his mother who saved him, because they were planning on exiling him. So yeah, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to finding out more about Jace and his story, and how that's going to possibly go into a downward spiral, because Victor... So yeah, just watch. I'm getting the wrong impression of him, and this is all just a red herring, and I'm just going to be like apologizing to Victor later on. But no, I don't have a good feeling about Victor, and I just feel like things are just going to get from bad to worse for Jace. Especially since the council have already given him quite a scolding, and this is just going to make things even worse. So yeah, I'm just really, really worried for him. But yeah, it was really great to have that discussion with Vander and Vi. Vander, I can understand why he's... obviously with the deal he made with Grayson, he's trying to keep things at a neutrality, but there are a few people on top side who are just getting a bit too eager. So I really loved that confrontation with that guard and Vander. It was very, very tense, and he was pushing his luck, and it was in unison with that other guard who was looking for the kids, and Powder nearly slipped there. So an OBS freezes. Cool. Anyways, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, yes, there was a nice bit of continuation from Powder in terms of how she might be viewed as a bit of a liability following from the last episode. So yeah, and I just worry that she's going to think of herself as that even further, with the fact that Vi handed herself in. She's protecting Powder and Co, and she doesn't want anything bad to happen, kind of like how her parents suffered the worst in that kind of rebellion. And I feel like we might be having a bit of deja vu, because there are quite a few unsettled people, and Vi is really chomping at the bit to deal with people before it gets any worse, because how long can they keep hiding? How long can the people underground suffer because of the topsiders infiltrating and creating this harsh atmosphere? You even heard that guard who was like, "You're all the same." So that's going to push a few people's limits, and you're just worried that there is going to be an inevitable breakout again between the people underground and topside. So yeah, I just worry about what's going to happen. I just worry about... I am really curious to see how Vi gets out of this one, but I am really worried about how things are going to go down. So... because I feel like... because I am really worried about Vander, not going to lie. He is that nice, protective father figure for the kids, but he's also someone who is looked up to in the underground, and he is trying to establish the space. If you take him out the equation, then I feel like that's going to escalate things even further between Topside and the underground. So yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I really loved, like I said, the discussion between Vi and Vander in regards to how he was trying to, I guess, pacify Vi, but she wasn't having any of it. And now she's encouraged the enforcers to be like, come get me. I'm here. So yeah, but it was a really, really great episode. Nice introductory to some new characters. Very interesting to see where things go for this season. And yeah, I'm looking forward for episode 3 of Arcane. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!